Question number 1 is asking us to solve the inequality. Both are absolute signs on both sides. So we note that a parent function of absolute has a graph like this. Similarly, the graph of a quadratic is like this. So they are comparable. Both of them have a vertex. Both of them have same kind of range and domain. So we can convert an absolute function or equation into a quadratic. And what I mean is this. If this is the inequality, okay, I can square both sides and make them quadratic, because inside absolute sign, whether it's positive or negative number, we don't know. But when we square of any number is positive, so we are sure about this. So now we can write them like this, and they become quadratic inequality now, and we can solve them. So we'll have to expand this one first. So 4 multiplied by x minus 3 whole square. When we expand this, it will be x squared plus 9 minus 6x greater than, let me expand this one as well, 9x squared plus 1 plus 6x. So now we will combine both the parts onto the left side. So let me open this bracket while doing so. 4x squared plus 36 minus 24x is greater than, not, okay, I have to bring it to the left side, minus 9x squared minus 1 minus 6x is greater than 0. Okay, so now 4x squared minus 9x squared is minus 5x squared, minus 24x minus 6x will be minus 30x. 36 minus 1 is 35 plus 35 greater than 0. So it becomes a quadratic. Let me divide the whole of it by negative 5 so that the leading coefficient becomes positive. And all of them can be divided by 5. So that's why I chose 5. So it becomes x squared positive plus 6x minus 7 less than 0 now. Because whenever we divide by a negative number, we have to change the sign. Okay. And now this becomes, and I can simply factor this now, x plus 7, x minus 1 is less than 0. You can use your calculator to find the roots. This will give us a root, x equal to minus 7, x equal to 1. These are the roots. But we have not solved the inequality yet. So what should we do? We should draw a number line to find the solution and mark these two roots on that number line, minus 7 and 1. Now choose a number less than minus 7 and substitute in, okay, in this one. Okay, if it comes less than 0, which is negative, then that is our answer. If it does not, that is not our answer. So let me choose a number, say minus 10. I'm choosing here minus 10. So minus 10, let me do it here, minus 10 plus 7 minus 10 minus 1, is it less than 0? Let's see. Minus 3, yeah, minus 11 is less than 0. Positive 33 is not less than 0. So this is a wrong statement. This is not our answer. Let's choose a number between minus 7 and 1. I think 0 is a good choice, so I will put 0. Let me do it mentally. 0 plus 7, 7. 0 minus 1, minus 1. 7 times minus 1 is minus 7, which is, yes, less than 0. This is our answer. And obviously, if we take a number more than 1, it will be not an answer. You can choose any number yourself, more than 1. Okay? And it will be definitely a positive number. So our answer is this area from minus 7 to 1. Finally, what will we write the answer? Minus 7 is less than x is less than 1. Please do not write equal sign here because original one does not have an equal sign. This is the final answer. Question 2 is about logarithm. They're asking us to solve the equation. Nothing can be simpler than this. So whenever we have natural log lengths, on two sides, try to combine them by bringing on one side. So ln 1 plus x square minus 2 ln x is equal to 1. So 1 remains on the right side, but ln came to the left side. Now we want to combine this ln and this ln, but this 2 will stop us. We can't combine them without removing this 2. So let's remove this 2 by doing what? By making this exponent of the content of the ln x squared. This 2 goes and becomes the exponent of x. Alright, so now we can combine them. It becomes ln, and since they are subtracting, two logs are subtracting, their contents divide. So 1 plus x square over x square, that's how they're combined, equal to 1. Now we have to get rid of ln. So when we get rid of ln from one side, the other side becomes the exponent of the base. What is the base of ln? Ln is same as log base e. So it will become e to the power 1 on the right side. So let me finish it here. We will cross multiply here. So 1 plus x square equal to e x square. Okay, e to the power 1 is just e. Now let's combine x square to find the values of x. So x square stays here, minus e x square comes here, and 1 goes to the other side. Now we'll take x square common from both. We'll be left with 1 minus e equal to minus 1. X square will cross multiply by dividing it by the other side, or if you want, we can do this way. Divide this side by 1 minus e, divide this also by 1 minus e, so that 1 minus e cancels here. So x square is equal to, now there is a negative here. To find x, we'll have to square root, and square rooting a negative looks odd. So let's do what? Let's change the sign of all of them. How? Multiply the up by minus 1, multiply denominator also by minus 1, so that makes no difference. So it will become positive 1 divided by e minus 1. They exchange their places. E becomes positive, 1 became negative. And now we can square root easily. It is not wrong to square root a negative 1, right? Because e may have a negative value, and that's why it will be a positive again, but it looks good when something is positive on numerator. So square root x equal to plus or minus 1 over e minus 1. Okay, now one of them, especially the minus 1, may not work. So let's see, did you have, yes, we have ln x here. Can you see here? So ln of minus square root 1 over e minus 1 will not work, because this will be a positive number for sure. This negative will make a ln of a negative, which is not possible. That means we have to ignore the negative part, so inadmissible. Only answer will be x equal to positive 1 over e minus 1. And since they are saying that we have to show answer in decimals, 3 significant figures, so exact answer is not needed. So we will convert this to decimals. If I put this in my calculator, I got 0.7628. Let's make it 3. In question 3, we have to solve this straightforward equation. That means we have to find the value of theta. Only challenge will be that this is a compound angle that we have to expand. So cos theta plus 60 degrees equal to 2 sine theta. Let's open this compound angle. So it will be cos theta cos 60 minus sine theta sine 60 equal to 2 sine theta. Let's write the values of sine 60 and cos 60. Okay, cos 60 is half, so half cos theta. minus sine 60 will be square root 3 over 2 sine theta equal to 2 sine theta. Okay, whenever we have just sine theta and cos theta and no constant with them, we should convert the whole thing into tan theta. How can we convert it into tan theta? Divide the whole equation by cos theta. So here as well, here. All right, cos and cos will cancel here, so we are left with just half minus square root 3 over 2 sine over cos tan theta equal to sine over cos again tan theta. We can combine these two now. So let's bring this to the right side. So half equal to 2 tan theta plus square root 3 over 2 tan theta. Okay, let's add this because both of them are tan theta, so we can add 2 and square root 3. So half equal to 2 plus square root 3 over 2 tan theta, and divide both sides by 2 plus square root 3 over 2 and 2 plus square root 3 over 2. Don't worry, it looks so complicated, but don't worry. As long as you keep your cool and you write the fractions properly, there will not be any problem. So because these days calculators do everything. So theta will be equal to tan inverse. If you want to convert half into 0.5, that's fine, no problem. Yeah, it will be easy to put in our calculators. Square root 3 over 2, done. And this whole thing is positive. This is positive, this is positive, this is positive. That means our angle will be in positive quadrant, and for tan theta, it will be here and here. In these two quadrants, our answer should be, and look here, they are saying from 0 to 360. That makes perfect sense. So we can find the angle now by using a calculator. And by the time I find the angle, please subscribe to this channel. I will make such quality videos in future too. And I got the answer 9.89. So one decimal place, it will be 9.9 degrees. So 9.9 degrees in this quadrant and 9.9 degrees in this quadrant with horizontal line only. Never make this angle with vertical here, never. So the first answer, theta 1 will be in the first quadrant, which is 9.9 degrees itself. Second answer will be this one. Let me show you from here. 0, 90, 180 plus 9.9. So it will be 180 plus 9.9, 189.9 degrees. These are two answers. Question 4 is about improving numerical solutions. We can see iterative formula here. We can see some xn plus 1, all this. So they're saying in first part, by sketching the suitable graphs, show that the equation this is equal to this has only one root, and from 0 to half pi. So they have already given us the interval, right? Since you are going to university very pretty soon, so I recommend that you should know the parent functions of like quadratic and quad. So this thing becomes fast because just 2 marks are there. That's what I will do. If you have no idea how the parent graphs look like, do one thing, make a table for each one for x, y, and in next part they have given us a hint. The answer is between 0.6 to 1, and they have also given us a domain luckily. So you should choose numbers between 0 and half pi. Half pi is same as 1.57. So you can make 0.2, yeah, 0.2, 0.4, 0.6 and up to 1.6 because 1.57 is less than 1.6. So, and then you can put x values one by one and you'll get graphs, but that will consume a lot of time. So what should you do? You should know the parent functions. Let me show you how knowing parent function helps. So this is my graph area. I will focus on only the parent function x square, and I know that x square looks like this, a parabola, right? What will 4 do? 4 will compress. It will make the graph very lean. So which was wide becomes very lean like this. Okay? Because of -1, it will go down by 1. So whole of the graph will go down by 1. So let me first draw that one and then I will show you how. So something like this. So which was at 0, the vertex was at 0, now vertex will be at -1. So let me draw it better way. Okay, I did it step by step because I want to show you how it looks like. So the graph, let me make it a little wider because I'll make my scale accordingly. So this is the graph of 4x square minus 1. This is -1. Okay, they want an answer between 0.6 and 1. So let me write here 1 here, somewhere here. Okay, 1 and then 2 and then 3. Now we have to focus on cortex. Cortex graph parent function looks like this. It's always a decreasing graph and it does not pass through the 0, 0. So it will be like something like this. Something like this. The y-axis is an asymptote and our graph will be going, pi by 2 will be somewhere here. Pi by 2 is 1.57, right? So our graph for cot will be decreasing, coming like this. So it will not cross this graph on negative side. So other one, 1.57 will be somewhere here positive, pi by 2. So the graph will go like this and something like this. So we can see it is crossing it at this point and this point is between 0.6 and 1. We can see that. So there is no need to draw the graph which is on the negative side, but for sake of explanation, I did that so that you understand how it looks like. So I deleted the negative part. Let's go to the second part of this. Verify by calculation that this root lies between 0.6 and 1. And for that, what do? We have done this earlier also in some videos. We put everything on the left side. So 4x square minus 1 was equal to cortex. We'll bring the cortex also as well to the left side. Equal to 0, right? That's the equation. But what will we do? We will substitute 0.6 and 0.6 and 1 by 1 here. So when x is 0.6 and then when x is 1, this is second part of the question. So it will become 4 0.6 square minus 1 minus cot 0.6, and I will not write equal to 0 because it will not be equal to 0. The root is between 0.6 and 1. It is not the root, so it can't be equal to 0. So we'll evaluate it equal to what? Similarly, we'll do here 4 1 square minus 1 minus cot 1. Change your calculator to radians and evaluate both of them. So I got minus 1.02 here and positive 2.36 here. One challenge I faced was that there is no cot in our calculator. So in place of this cot 1, I wrote 1 over tan 1 because cot is reciprocal of tan. So once I did that, these two answers I got. And now we can see that this is negative, this is positive. That means there will be 0 somewhere in between. And that shows that the root is present between these two numbers, 0.6 and 1. So we'll write the change in sign shows the presence of the root. Let's move on to part 3, which says use the iterative formula this to determine the root up to 2 decimal places. Give the result of each iteration in 4 decimal places. So let me copy this one and restart the whole question again. So here it is. Since the answer is between 0.6 and 1, we'll start with 0.8. So let's write x1 equal to 0.8. So according to the iterative formula, x1 plus 1, which is x2, will be equal to half square root 1 plus quart 0.8. In place of this, let me write 1 over 10. It will become easier. Okay, so I will evaluate this and that will give me x2 and then I'll substitute it back. So let me do it one by one. So I got this one as 0.7020 and this is what I will use in x3 now and repeat the process. Let me fasten the process. So now you can see that I went up to x6. Why? Because if I round off them up to 2 decimal places, which they are asking in the question. If you go back to the question and see, they're saying every iteration should be 4 decimal places and the correct to the 2 decimal places should be the root. So when I round off them, this is 70, this is 74, this will be 72, this is 73 and this is also 73. Whenever they become equal, we stop. So the root is 0.73 because here it is stabilizing.